Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news, all right. Folks, buckle up because the NFL rumor mill is buzzing, and this one could have huge implications for the Green Bay Packers. Word on the street is that the Packers are in serious talks to acquire Tristan Wirfs from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah, you heard that right, Wirfs, the Pro Bowl offensive tackle who's quickly established himself as one of the best in the league, might soon be donning the green and gold. Now I know what you're thinking. Is this really gonna happen? Well, sources close to the situation suggest that this trade is almost a done deal, pending some last-minute hesitations from the Bucs. But the signs are pointing in the Packers' favor, and if this goes through, it could be a game-changer for Green Bay's offensive line and their entire 2024 outlook. Let's take a closer look at what this means. The Packers, currently sitting at a 10-7 record last season, have been growing increasingly aware of their offensive line's needs. Despite a decent season, they faced their fair share of struggles up front, especially after losing David Bakhtiari to retirement in 2025. Bakhtiari's departure left a significant void, and the Packers' offensive line, which was already somewhat inconsistent, needed reinforcement. Now, with Wirfs potentially coming in, they're not just patching a hole. They're making a bold statement about their commitment to protecting Jordan Love and establishing a dominant run game. Wirfs, in his career so far, has been nothing short of spectacular. He's played 17 games in 2025, allowed only 1 sack, and boasts a PFF grade of 97, which is elite. His pass blocking is rated at 88, 9 run blocking at 87, 2 and his EPA per block at 0.23. He's a player who can do it all, with rare injury history and a high level of consistency. His versatility as a tackle makes him a perfect fit for the Packers' offensive scheme, which relies heavily on both pass protection and run blocking. Not only that, but Wirfs' ability to anchor against edge rushers and open lanes for the run game could lift the Packers' offense to new heights. This move, if completed, would have a ripple effect across the league. The Packers are already known for their top offensive line, but adding Wirfs could push them to a new level, reducing sacks by around 20%, which could bring them down to about 30 sacks allowed across the season. That's a significant drop and would provide Jordan Love with the protection he needs to go through his reads more comfortably. Plus, the run game would see a boost, an increase of roughly 16% in rushing yards per game, pushing them closer to 128 yards per contest, which is vital for balancing their offense and keeping defenses honest. Let's delve into Wirfs' background a bit more. He's a 4-time Pro Bowler with a career PFF grade averaging around 91.4, which places him among the league's best. His durability is noteworthy, with injuries being pretty rare. Only a shoulder injury in Week 8 against the Falcons kept him out briefly. His performance in critical moments has been impeccable. For example, in Week 4 against the Eagles, he allowed 0 pressures and helped facilitate 142 rushing yards. His consistency and high-level play are exactly what the Packers need to anchor their line and protect Jordan Love, especially in the face of aggressive defenses. Now, looking at the bigger picture, the Buccaneers have had a bit of a tumultuous season, finishing 9-8 and getting knocked out of the playoffs in a narrow 24-21 loss to the Cowboys in the wild card round. They're facing some cap issues, with around $14 million in negative cap space for 2026, and they're also juggling some needs on their secondary after trading away some key players like Carlton Davis. Acquiring a high-caliber tackle like Wirfs could be part of their strategy to rebuild or retool, but it seems they're hesitant, probably because of the price tag. Speaking of price, the proposed deal involves the Packers sending a first-round pick in the 2026 draft and a third-round pick in 2027. In return, they get Wirfs, a player who could immediately impact their offensive line and overall team performance. The Packers are in a good cap situation, roughly $22 million available, which makes this kind of move feasible. Importantly, this trade would solidify their offensive line for years to come, especially as Bakhtiari steps away from the game. The Packers, Front office is clearly looking at this as a long-term investment in their offensive line, and Wirfs fits that vision perfectly. Let's talk about the impact this could have on the entire team. Jordan Love's development is crucial, and having a tackle of Wirfs' caliber protecting him would be a massive boost. His pocket presence would improve, and the stress on Love to evade pressure would decrease significantly. This in turn could lead to a notable increase in his completion percentage, potentially a plus 9% jump, reaching around 68%. With better protection, Love can execute quicker throws and take more shots downfield, which has been a point of emphasis for the Packers' offense in recent seasons. And it's not just about the passing game. The run game would thrive with Wirfs in the lineup. His run blocking grades are phenomenal, and his ability to open lanes would give the Packers' ground attack a real punch. Imagine what a 16% increase in rushing yards per game could do: more control of the clock, more balanced offense, and less pressure on the passing game to carry the load. This kind of offensive line upgrade could also make the Packers a more formidable contender in the NFC North, challenging the Lions and Vikings even more effectively. The ripple effect would extend beyond just the offense. A stronger offensive line means fewer sacks and pressures, which could reduce injuries and keep key players healthier throughout the season. The defense, which has shown flashes of brilliance but also moments of vulnerability, would benefit indirectly because the team could maintain longer drives and keep opposing offenses off the field. Plus, with Wirfs anchoring the tackle spot, the Packers' pass rush could become even more dangerous, as opponents might have fewer opportunities to exploit mismatches along the line. Now the broader NFL landscape is also paying attention. The odds for the Packers to contend for the Super Bowl could improve significantly with this kind of upgrade. Right now, their Super Bowl odds are around plus 1,200, but if Wirfs comes on board and the line becomes a fortress, those odds could tighten to plus 550 or better. That's a huge jump, and it reflects the kind of impact a player of Wirfs' caliber can have. For comparison, the Lions saw a boost in their offensive line last year with Penei Sewell, which added roughly 1.4 seconds to their pocket stability, and the Packers would be hoping for something similar, if not better. Of course, there are skeptics, particularly from Tampa Bay. Some believe that losing Wirfs could weaken the Buccaneers' line enough to hinder their chances of making a deep playoff run. Their cap situation and draft picks are also issues they need to address, and perhaps they see this as an opportunity to rebuild. But from the Packers' perspective, this move is seen as a statement, an indication that they're all in on contending now, especially with Jordan Love entering his second season as the starter. The offensive line has to be a priority, and Wirfs is the kind of player who can turn a good line into a dominant one, reminiscent of the legendary O-lines of the 1960s. As we look ahead, fans are already imagining the possibilities. A line with Wirfs, along with our existing core, could help unlock Jordan Love's full potential and turn the Packers into a powerhouse once again. The combination of his athleticism, strength, and consistency would fit seamlessly into Matt LaFleur's offensive scheme. With a top-tier tackle protecting the blind side, Love could take more shots downfield, and the run game would become more explosive. It's the kind of move that could redefine the Packers' offense for years to come, and it's exactly what the fans have been craving, an aggressive step toward sustained success. Of course, nothing is set in stone yet, and the negotiations are still ongoing, but the signs are pointing toward a positive outcome. The Packers are clearly serious about upgrading their offensive line, and Wirfs is at the top of their list. If this trade materializes, it will be a statement to the rest of the league that Green Bay is back in the game, ready to contend for another Super Bowl. And if it doesn't happen, well, the team will still be looking to improve in the draft and free agency. But the potential addition of Wirfs is a game changer that fans will be talking about all offseason. So, Green Bay fans, keep your eyes peeled. The offseason is heating up, and this trade could be the move that propels your team back to the top of the NFC. The future looks bright, and with players like Wirfs potentially in the fold, the Packers are positioning themselves to compete at the highest level once again. Stay tuned because this is a story that's only just beginning, and trust me, it's going to be an exciting ride. The Packers are aiming to rewrite their story, and this move could be the first chapter of a new era of dominance, just like those legendary O-lines from the 1960s. Let's keep the faith, stay loud, and get ready to cheer even harder if this deal goes through. Green and gold forever. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending, The latest Green Bay Packers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this possible trade for Tristan Wirfs? Are you excited about the potential upgrade on the offensive line? Do you think it's the move that could push the Packers back into Super Bowl contention? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion means so much to us and to the team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news. We're in this together and the best is yet to come.